Italian fashion since 1945 is really the story of Italy itself, and it's the subject of a brand new exhibition here at the Victoria and Albert Museum. In 1945, Italian fashion was like Italy in ruins. Paris was setting the pace and selling itself to the world. But slowly, with American help, Italy was rebuilding its economy, and the fashion industry was to be key to this.
A key development happened in February 1951, which was essentially the first show of Italian design to an international audience. Dresses like this one by Simonetta were really important because not only did they show that the design and the craftsmanship could equal that of the Paris atelier, it was also much less expensive, coming in at a third of the price.
In the 1950s and 60s, Italian fashion fell in love with Hollywood. Stars like Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor and Ingrid Bergman were pictured in magazines wearing the same casual daywear they wore in films like Roman Holiday, and the new informality soon caught on.
People like Jackie Kennedy used to wear palazzo pajamas to entertain her guests, the ultimate endorsement of Italian fashion. For me, what's so surprising about an easy day look like this is the clean lines and simplicity of the construction, and yet there's always that detail, like the embellishment around the neck and the opulent raw silk fabrics.
The informal look worked just as well for men.
These jackets are the very epitome of the Italian phenomenon of Sprezzatura, that is, the art of not having tried too hard with one's dress. The clues are in the shoulder construction, very soft and unpadded in comparison with, say, a Savile Row suit of that period, and also in the fabrics, they're different, unmatching. This is what the Italians call a spezzato, a kind of broken suit, something that Italian men wear to this day, ultra casual.
This show isn't all about glamour and image though. Italian fashion has always promoted textiles and manufacturing as much as its design.
Technical expertise, ambition and imagination all come together to create this, a 1972 ensemble featuring possibly the most famous textile pattern of all time. The zany palette, the graphic lines, it positively screams Missoni, the company known for making these amazing outfits to this day.
By the 1980s, the bold designs of Italian fashion perfectly matched the glamour of the decade. The era of label-conscious consumption was at its zenith.
This Armani suit, it harks back to the one that was worn by Richard Gere in the 1980 film American Gigolo. It's incredibly elegant, it's very sophisticated and relaxed, and it was meant to reflect not only the elegance of the character that he was playing, but also the economic health of Italian fashion at the time. This was the decade in which Italian fashion would come to represent success, cool, glamour, and above all, confidence.
Today, the Italian fashion industry finds itself in a rather different position. Should its future be about modernity and innovation, or should it rely on heritage?
What's so surprising about this exhibition for me is that it doesn't try to conceal the tension between history and modernity in Italian fashion. Of course, during turbulent times, the industry is going to fall back on its artisanal and craft brands. But for progressive thinking designers who are more interested in the working woman, that's standing in the way of progress. The glamour of Italian fashion is a fantastic legacy, but is it a great future?